get you back to your busy day, so if you can please grab your coffee if you haven't done so, find your seat, we'd like to go ahead and get started. Organizers, to the front, please. Okay, everybody, welcome, and thank you for coming to 1 Million Cups El Paso. Who's here for the first time? Raise your hands. Hi, welcome. Yes. Thank you, John. We'd like to start off with our organizers. We have Ms. Esther Lopez.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Serena Harper.
Good morning.
Nicole Martinez.
Good morning.
Nancy Lowry. And I'd like to recognize a couple of folks that are here today. Special treat. We actually have Trooper Goodman, who's the chairman of our board, in the back. He comes when he can. But also, we have the new president and CEO of the Hub, Carlos Martinez Vela. Some of you have been asking about, so now you get to meet him in person. He's here with us today. So welcome. Thank you for coming to 1 Million Cups. 1 Million Cups was started by the Kauffman Foundation for the purpose of entrepreneurial networking, showcase, and education. By you being here, you are part of a big movement. There are over 140 communities in the U.S. that are doing this every Wednesday morning. The name comes from the idea that at some point we'll be able to say we've drank 1 million cups of coffee while discussing entrepreneurship. And I think that's really pretty cool. So again, thank you for being here. I'd like to do a shout out to our sponsors. The delicious coffee you're enjoying is by 210 Coffee Roasters. They do have 2 retail locations in town, so please support them. They've been a great supporter of ours. Your venue sponsor where you are today is the Hub of Human Innovation. What is the Hub? The Hub is a business and technology incubator. We are supported by the City of El Paso primarily and other private donors for the purpose of economic development through developing companies, clients that have new products, new technologies, new services that are coming to market. So if you are one of those folks or know somebody, come talk to us. We are a great value, we can help, and that's why we're here. Next, we'd like to please download the mobile app. You can download the mobile app for 1 Million Cups at 1millioncups.org. Please check in. Please take out your phones because somebody gave me this idea. We don't do it enough. Please take out your phones. Come on, please take out your phones because I say it every Wednesday, and then we go and like nobody checks in, including me, by the way. So please check out your phones and check in to the app. On the app, there is a function where you can provide feedback to the presenter. So in addition to the 15-minute Q&A you get here, you get to provide feedback. So also follow 1 Million Cups and the Hub on Twitter and on Facebook. And right now, that's all we have for right now. Oh, the parking announcement. Sorry, thank you. I knew I was forgetting something. The parking, as we already had at last one gentleman, if you're parked in front of the building in the angle parking, please make sure you are backed in. If you did not back in, the city will come and leave you a nice little love note. If you're on the part that angle parking backed in closest to Durango, you only have an hour, so make sure you watch the time. If you're on the side closest to the Paisano curve, you should be fine. That's unlimited time. And with that, I think we're ready. We'll go ahead and bring up our first presenter, Pronto Body Shop.
Is it up? It's not showing yet.
Okay.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Tiffany Menifee, and I am the owner of Pronto Body Shop. We've been in business since 1979. I have been the owner of it officially 3 years in this March, but I've been in the business and in the industry for 20 plus years. I know you're supposed to say I don't look that old, thank you. We've been serving the greater El Paso area with Pronto Body Shop since 1979. We're family owned and operated. We are a woman-owned boutique auto collision facility, and we specialize in repairing vehicles after they've been involved in an auto accident or just minor dents and dings. And that's really where we specialize in, is we really take care of, you've been in an accident or you have a scratch or your bumper's off or a little fender bender. That's what we take care of. But where we differ from, and that's one of my favorite pictures, FYI, but where we differ from a lot of body shops is I've been a licensed insurance agent and adjuster for 20 years now. So when you go to a regular shop, they're going to typically tell you, okay, what is going to happen, but they don't have the knowledge or the being able to advise what should happen. Because they've just been in the industry and they learn from, processing stuff. Well, this happens with this and this sort of happens that way. But where we're different is being I'm the licensed agent and adjuster, I can tell you this is the legal process. This is what's going to happen. This is what should happen. If this doesn't happen, then this is our legal repercussions that we can go through. And I can really advise that. So it makes a huge difference. And these are just a little bit of before and after pictures. So that's where we really, differ within the industry. A lot of people, have to deal with the insurance companies, and you might have an accident maybe once every couple of years. Some of us a little bit more than that. Who likes to deal with the insurance companies? Any of us? No one likes to deal with them because it can be confusing, it can be frustrating, it can be, okay, well, they told me to do this and I did it and they still didn't take care of it. What happened? And so you have to know what hoops to jump through and how to advise, and so that's really where we differ from so many other shops. I guess they asked me to sort of point out what my biggest, hurdle I have within my industry, and really it's not other body shops that are in my industry, the other competitors. That's not where our biggest hurdle lies. Our hurdle lies is with the insurance companies. Have you ever had an auto accident and you called your insurance company and they say, well, would you like to go through one of our preferred vendors? Almost all the insurance companies do that. They try to say, oh, well, if you don't go through one of our preferred vendors, your work's not warranted, and we can't promise what's going to happen, and we can't tell you if it's going to be a good process for you. But if you go through one of our preferred vendors, everything will be okay. And they really try to force you to go through one of their shops. And the problem with that, when you go through one of the preferred vendors of a body shop, it's not saying that that shop isn't good. It just means that that shop is in bed with that insurance company. Because when you're a preferred vendor for an insurance company, you have to give something in return. We're all small businesses here pretty much, and so let me just ask you, as a small business, does a large corporation give you millions of dollars of business each year for nothing? The answer is no. If they want something in return, if it's cheaper rates, you're doing stuff for free, and so that can cause a conflict of interest. So that's, I guess, our biggest problem in the industry is dealing with the insurance companies trying to lead business to other body shops as their preferred vendor, not because it's good for the customer, but because it's good for the insurance company. And so that we really have to combat. And what we really do is I try to explain to people, look, they're getting, something in return for leading that business to you. But also I say that shop doesn't have your best interest at heart anymore, because the moment you become a preferred vendor, you have a conflict of interest. And what happens is, say you have an auto accident and we need to repair the frame on your vehicle. And the insurance company says, hey, we think it needs to be repaired this way. And if it's at my shop and I'm not a preferred vendor and I don't agree with that, and I say technically that's not safe to repair the vehicle that way, it needs to be repaired a different way. And if I can't negotiate that with them and come to an understanding with that insurance company, I can then go to the customer and say, look, this is what's happening with your vehicle, and we don't agree with how it's being repaired. It's not a safe repair, and this is our legal repercussions. This is what we can do. Well, if you're with a preferred vendor or a preferred body shop that the insurance company sends you through, if you have that same situation where they say, repair it this way, and the body shop says, no, it's not safe to repair it that way, if you're a preferred vendor, you can't go and tell the customer, because you're contracted with the insurance company first and the customer second. So you'll never know if there's an issue with your repair that they don't agree with, that they don't feel safe, or they don't feel is right, because they're contracted with the insurance company to work there first and deal with the customer second. So that's, I guess, our biggest thing is just trying to educate people to know that you have the right, you can choose whoever you want to go with. Most shops will warranty the work, the same as the insurance company. I just usually recommend, one, if you're going to go and get your vehicle repaired, check the reviews online, and then two, also make sure that you feel comfortable with them. In my past life as the insurance side of things, I used to investigate body shops for unfair practices, and so it's just really important that you check reviews and make sure you feel comfortable. And I think y'all told me I have like 6 minutes, so I think just open it up for Q&A, I guess.
Where's your shop located?
We're right off of Cotton Street. Cotton in like Texas Avenue, we're Cotton in Myrtle, so not in downtown, but close. We don't have the parking issues as downtown.
Through your experience, would you mind at least giving us the first 3 steps at the moment of impact from there, let's say you're on the freeway. A lot of people are confused as to what they're supposed to call, who to call.
So this is my recommendation. If you're involved in an auto accident and it's not your fault, my recommendation is go ahead, if they have an insurance and the person's saying, I'm so sorry, it's my fault, I didn't mean to hit you, and they have an insurance company that has an 800 number, go, yeah, okay, thank you, can you, well, one, if you're injured or you're in a major intersection, call the police, but if not, pull safely away, and if they have an insurance company that has an 800 number, go ahead and call and have that person turn the claim in. Because what happens is if you're involved in an auto accident and it's the other person's fault, and y'all exchange information, and then, okay, 1 minute, and then you go home and you turn the claim in, and then they have to verify, okay, here's your claim number, we have to contact our customer. And if they can never get a hold of that customer to verify they were even involved in an incident, they could straight deny the claim, and then you have to go through your insurance and find it out that way. So if they have that 800 number, go ahead and call and turn the claim in right then, and if not, see if you can get a video statement
I
recording.
understand that process. I'm saying, what do the people do? Where do they tow that vehicle? It's not drivable.
If it's not drivable, tow it home or tow it to a shop. Don't let the tow truck take it to a facility that you're not familiar with, because the moment it goes to a shop, they'll tear it down, and then to get it out of that facility, they're going to charge you tear down fees, storage fees, and then towing fees, and your insurance company typically will not pay that if you want to move it to another shop. And then that's it.
Second question.
Uh-huh.
At what point, I mean, do you only deal with insurance claims? What if someone has just minor damage?
If we have minor damage, we can deal with that also. I mean, that's just standard repair work. We can definitely handle that. Insurance is our specialty, but minor stuff is fine also. Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to know how you got started in the body shop business from being an insurance agent.
Well, I was an insurance agent and then I was an adjuster, and I specialized in what's called SIU, special investigations, and so I would go in and I would investigate insurance agents, insurance companies, and then I'd also investigate body shops and home construction companies for fraud, and we would build cases to take them to trial to shut them down. And so I just sort of made the jump after 18 years.
Seems like quite a jump. Why? I mean, it's in the same.
It's in the same, I was traveling with that industry doing special investigations. I was in a different town almost every month. So I wanted to sort of put roots down somewhere. Yes, sir.
So, what you just said about the investigations, who was your clientele?
When I worked for special investigations, it was multiple. So a lot of times I was working for large insurance companies. Sometimes I was hired out by attorneys for investigation purposes. It just depends. Sometimes I worked for the state of Texas, Texas Department of Insurance. I did a couple of their fraud cases for them as well.
And do you perform PDR?
Yes, sir. PDR is paintless dent repair. A lot of times that's what you have done to your vehicle when you have hail damage.
If we have damage to our vehicle and we would like to get like an estimate, what would be the process to take it to you?
You just give us a call or stop by. We're there 8 to 6, Monday through Friday, and 9 to 1. And we always have 2 estimators on site. And you just come by the facility and we'll give you a free estimate.
If you imagine yourself being bigger in 2 or 3 years, what are the challenges for growth that you would have? How would you envision that will happen?
Right now the challenge for growth is our facility. We would need a larger facility. We've already grown. When I took over 3 years ago, we were at 1 full-time employee and 2 part-time employees, and we're at 12 right now. So we would have to change facilities.
I just want to let everybody know that I've been using their services. I've known Tiffany for a while. They do a wonderful job. I highly advise you, if you happen to be involved in a car accident or something, talk to her. You're going to be in great hands.
Yeah, I can second that. Me too.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay. Am I out of time now? Oh, no? Okay.
How is the transition going from an insurance agent into this?
I think being from an insurance agent to this, the transition for me has been easy just because I did a lot of the adjusting and things like that. It can be frustrating sometimes because you know the legal rules and stuff, and you're like, why aren't you doing that? Because this is not correct. But I mean, that comes with any challenges. And also sometimes insurance companies, you have to realize you have legal rules. Okay, the insurance industry, the Department of Insurance says you have this many days or this procedure, and as long as you fall into that guideline, but some companies give extended times and things like that. So knowing which each company is like sort of hoops to jump through, because there are lots of hoops to jump through with the insurance companies when you deal with stuff. Any other questions?
Going once, going twice. Okay, as always, the last question, what can we as a community do to help you?
Really, my goal for 2018 is just to really have people be aware that if they have friends or family that are involved in an auto accident and they need advice, my advice is free. I would rather somebody come to me, let me advise them, let me tell them what should happen, and if they feel comfortable enough to go with me, great. If not, at least I know they're not taken advantage of. Because what I've seen in the El Paso area is a lot of people get taken advantage of, one, by the insurance company, or two, by a body shop, just because they're not educated about it. So really, I'm all about education and making sure people are aware of what's legal and what's right and what to expect. So if you just, anybody that needs advice, just have them reach out to me.
Great, okay, thank you. Oh yeah, the guy who cut, that's all Okay, folks, now we have time for some community announcements. Does anybody in the audience have an announcement that they would like to make? Anyone? Yes, Andy.
I'll make
Nice and loud.
my weekly announcement. We're always looking for volunteers for the Metro Protect Us campaign. I can tell you momentum is off the charts right now. We've outraised Ted Cruz in the fourth quarter by $500,000. We raised, we take no special interest money or PAC money. We have 43,000 donations in the first 6 weeks of this year.
Yeah.
So things are on a rocket ship. Thank you.
Okay, and you guys are next door for
Another week.
For another week, and then they'll be moving to
415 Yandell.
415 Yandell, but still pretty much downtown. Yes, Bob.
We just announced that the International, I've presented here, if some of you remember, the International Museum of Art is bringing back Kermazar this year. If anybody's interested in that, April 7th and 8th, that's a big event. We had great success last year, and we brought it back. So put it on your calendar, 7th and 8th, great for shopping and congregating at the International Museum of Art on Montana.
Okay, anybody else? Community announcements? Tom.
Good morning, everybody. Tom Handy. I do weekly presentations about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. I do one Monday on the east side, one Thursday on the west side, and then one in Las Cruces every other Friday. You can come talk to me after this. I can explain to you where the exact locations are, but I'm not doing one tomorrow, but the other days I am doing one. Thank you.
Okay, and Ricky, who is one of our distinguished guests, one of our board members.
Hi there, I'm Ricky Moto with Tech Hub, and I just wanted to announce that we're doing an industry hackathon this weekend in partnership with Bosch. They'll happen in Ciudad Juarez, so if any of you are hackers and want to trade challenge, we're doing that for 3 days. So we'll start at 2 o'clock on Friday and then Sunday. You'll be able to sleep there, figure things out. If you are interested, let me know.
Great, and you guys just had one, how long ago?
In November.
In November, so yes, this is getting going also. All right, anybody else? Community announcements. Okay, the U.S. Export Assistance Office, part of the Department of Commerce, is having a webinar on learn more about Japanese manufacturing in the U.S. That is at 1 p.m. Eastern Time or 11 a.m. here on February 22nd. So if you want to sign up to do that. And then they have a whole series of other events, one on Italy, Brazil. So if you're interested, please check them out at trade.gov. Our office here locally is very active as well. Next, the Greater El Paso Chamber of Commerce is having an event, Tax Reform, What It Means for Small Business. That's on February 28th, 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. at the Greater Chamber. So if you need more information, please check them out or come see us. Next, the Hub is hosting their next webinar series, or seminar in the afternoon, Professional Style in the Workplace. That's next Wednesday, a week from today, February 28th. 5 to 7 p.m. Learn about workplace style and the fine line of managing appearance as a professional woman, so come check that out here. The El Paso Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is having their Dancing Backward in High Heels conference. That's March 8th, 2018. Also, the Hispanic Chamber is continuing their Hablemos del Dinero series, Managing Credit for Business Success. They're having this monthly. The next one for March will be create a marketing plan. In April, it's develop a financial projection, and then it goes on from there until September. Next, here, the Hub of Human Innovation, along with Kemp Smith Law Firm. As most of you know, we host every month legal office hours. You get totally free 25 minutes with an attorney right here at the hub. You do have to sign up in advance though. Registration is open. The next event is March 15th. You have to be registered a week prior. And then in April, it's April 19th. Also, you have to be registered a week prior, so please check that out. The Greater El Paso Chamber is having their Women in Business Conference March 23rd. The keynote speaker is Kate White. She's the New York Times best-selling author and former Cosmopolitan editor-in-chief. Next, Texas Workforce Solutions is having their Texas Business Conference. The one for El Paso, because these are all around the state, is May 4th at the El Paso Marriott. So if you want to learn all about employees, rules for dealing with employees, things like that, go check that out. Next, the Office of the Texas Governor Economic Development and Tourism is really pushing their export initiatives. If you are exporting or have an interest in exporting, check them out. They have all kinds of wonderful assistance. Some of them are here, some of them are seminars, some of them they'll actually even take you overseas. Hanover, Germany, Houston, Texas, Farnborough, the UK, so it's all over. If you have any interest, please check that out. Next, the County of El Paso is having their Texas PACE Authority. If you're interested in upgrading your commercial property with energy or water efficiency projects, PACE, Property Assessed Clean Energy, helps you finance those projects. So please check that again, that's through the county. Please sign up and follow the Downtown El Paso Insider. That gives you all the events that are happening here in the Downtown El Paso community, so please check that out. Breakfast with Friends, free networking, every Thursday morning, 8:30 a.m. at Carnitas Querétaro by the fountains on the east side. Again, that's free business networking. It's an excellent event. They're faithful supporters of ours. They always send us folks, so we like to promote it. Tomorrow is Borderplex. Who from Borderplex is talking?
The CEO, John Varela.
John Varela from the Borderplex is the presenter tomorrow, so that should be great. Lastly, this is a lot of announcements, right? So did you guys write all that stuff down? We have a solution. It's called Startup Digest. So go to startupdigest.com El Paso, because you have to find your community. You can sign up to follow the newsletter, and you can submit all of your events to startupdigest.com. Please do that. And with that, we'll bring up our second presenter, Hippie Girl Boutique and Spa. Did I get it right?
All right. Yes, you did.
I just kind of needed into the microphone to adjust it.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm here to tell you guys a little bit about my store and my entrepreneurship. So I started in 2008. It was a business called Endermology of El Paso, and at the time we only offered endermology treatments, which are cellulite and skin firming treatments for females. We were located on Mesa, and around 2012 I decided I wanted to own my own property instead of paying rent, so we moved to 903 Wyoming Avenue. In 2015, it became Hippie Girl Spa because we started offering other services other than endermology. So now we have different services that we offer, and they're all focused on bettering the condition of our skin. So for many women, we have, and also men, we have these problems that we would like to focus on improving our skin and improving our health. All our services are based on holistic health, so not only do they help you look better, but they help you feel better mentally, because a lot of the times our bodies aren't functioning right because we're so stressed out and we're doing so much, and we forget that we need to rest and relax and have our mind feeling great so that our bodies can look great as well. These are some of the services that we offer: endermology, cavitation, radio frequency, facials. We have a sauna. We do spray tanning, and I am right now in the process of obtaining my license for laser hair reduction. It's not removal, it's actually reduction is the proper word. And so we have, with Hippie Girl, once I moved my location, we ended up opening up a boutique within the spa. So within the boutique, we sell professional clothing, we sell professional accessories, so it tends to focus more on like the working women, the women who are out there networking, who are out there putting themselves, who need to dress conservative, who need to find a dress where they can look nice and professional at the same time. So we have those available at our office at all times. So during the time that I was in my spa, our endermology treatments are all natural. They are approved by the FDA, so I started selling natural soaps. And then I was carrying them from somebody else, and somebody told me these are not natural soaps. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm gonna make my own soaps. So I decided that in order to go the natural route, I wanted to use coconut oil and olive oil. It took me about a year to actually come up with the recipe, and this was a year of every month trying and another different recipe and adding this base and adding that base, so that the oils that I wanted to use for the skin actually came out to a soap. Eventually that expanded slowly but surely into what is now Hippie Girl Natural Products. And I have done a lot of herbology classes. In California, they have a lot of herbology classes to where I have learned what each herb and what each oil is good for in your skin. So it opened up the door to something that I actually absolutely loved, and I had no idea how dedicated and how in love I was going to be with making these products. So I am to the point where if you have any type of skin condition or any type of skin problem, I can custom make any product that you would like for your skin, whether you have eczema, psoriasis, there's people that have like outbreaks, dry skin, their hair is falling, any type of condition that comes with the largest organ of our body, I can help make a product for you in that regard. So we started carrying products that are body scrubs, lotions, lip balms, there's soaps, shampoos, the list goes on. And so this became now what is now Hippie Girl Natural Products. And it ties in with the spa because everything is all natural. Everything that we have is actually approved by the FDA, and everything helps you mentally, everything helps you from the outside, from the inside, so that you are looking your best at all times. And I don't know, does anybody have any questions? Yes?
You have like a membership for the spa?
Yes, actually, so we offer spa memberships to where some of us think, okay, I'll just go to the spa once and then we forget about it, right? But we actually have annual memberships where you can keep coming to the spa either once a month, twice a month, 6 times a month, 8 times a month, depending on what your availability is, so that you can try out not just one service, but all the services and kind of see how it helps you become a better person, because you're actually relaxing and looking good and feeling good and making that time for yourself to just relax and take time for yourself. Yes?
Body wraps also, or?
No, we don't incorporate body wraps, but we have other treatments that kind of help you in that same sense of what the body wraps help, which would be like a combination of like the endermology and the sauna. Yes?
Are you familiar with infrared ceramic?
With what?
Infrared ceramic?
No, but I know.
The reason I ask, there's
Yes, go ahead.
the saunas, there are saunas with infrared ceramic. Do yours have that?
Yes, we have an infrared sauna. So you don't actually have to put, it's not as claustrophobic, because instead of adding like the hot water to some stones, it's just the infrared lights that are actually helping heat up your body from the inside to the outside. And so you're able to tolerate the heat a lot more, which helps you detox and improve your health at a greater level. Yes?
Do you have a referral program?
We do have a referral program, so if you are a client of ours and you refer another client, we give you whatever treatment your friend got for free. Yes? Yes?
Walk-ins or by appointment?
It's only by appointment, so we do have to take that time, and we take that time specifically for you. So we are not somebody that's busy and rushing people in and out. So when you schedule an appointment, we take the time to make sure that the spa is open, free, private, just for you. Yes?
And what's your mix on female to male?
We probably have 80-20 at the moment. With the laser hair removal, we are trying to incorporate more men, because although it's geared towards women because of the cellulite treatments, men also need to get with this of taking care of themselves, because men tend to be working harder as well, and they don't do much for themselves. But the men tend to like the facials, the sauna, the endermology is also for men. And in Europe, where endermology came from, they have a really good ratio of men to women. It's just something in America, more women are inclined to go to as well. Yes?
Where are you finding your target audience?
You know, I think more like the target audience has been looking for me. As far as like the spa, I just go to networking events, I try to promote myself, and definitely we do a lot of social media. Yes?
How do you think about selling the soaps? I think it's a really interesting concept outside of El Paso. Like, how would you expand that?
Okay, so in my goals for 2018 is to create a website so that I can not just focus right now on what is El Paso, but nationally and hopefully internationally. So it has taken steps to get there. I'm such a perfectionist that I don't want to sell a mediocre soap. So to me, my soaps, my labels, everything had to be perfect before I could actually go on with the website. And we're actually in the process of setting up the website, of going on with the website. It's in the works. Yes?
I really love the name Hippie Girl.
It's so me.
Is that right? How did you?
Yes, so when I started making the soaps and they started hitting off, I actually needed a name, and I actually just came up with it in the spot, and it just tends to describe exactly who I am. I love nature, I love the outdoors, I love everything that's natural. I try not to use anything that's processed. Science to me, I'd rather use everything that's natural. So it describes me perfectly. Yes?
And what is one of your biggest challenges?
I would tell you the challenge has been in not having that background of being an entrepreneur, so I've just been learning by taking all the wrong steps and having them lead me to the right way of doing things. But thankfully, every step of the way that I have learned something, and I know that I am headed in a really great direction with this. Yes?
Other than the FDA approval and the natural part of it, can you explain just a few things that really makes the process of the manufacturing of your soaps different than the soaps that people would traditionally buy at the grocery store?
Okay, so a lot of the times we're washing the soaps that are chemically processed, and a lot of the times we don't pay attention to, there's people that like advertise their soaps as organic. It's really hard to make an organic soap, and it's very expensive. So a lot of the times people use the melt and pour soaps and then they call it organic. But a real soap actually takes time. My soaps take 6 weeks from the day that I actually make them to even hit the shelves, because it takes the 30 days to let them process. It's a process that takes a lot of time. And many people don't know that the benefit of the oils that you actually put on there are going to show up on your skin. So if you don't have nice skin, if you have dry skin, you know, what good does it do that you smell good if your skin is so dry and you're looking older? I would rather have a soap that doesn't smell as great, because essential oils aren't as strong as fragrance, but I'm not putting chemicals on my skin, so my skin is not drying up. My skin is actually flourishing because I have coconut oil, olive oil, almond oil on my skin, as far as that. And we sent a majority of our soaps with essential oil. We did start bringing in fragrances only because I understood that some people do want that strong smell. But for the most part, all our soaps are vegan and all our soaps are all natural. Yes?
One question, how did you get the FDA approval? That's not a minor achievement.
Oh, no, the FDA approval is for the treatments that we do have FDA approval for whatever they are. I don't have the FDA approval for my products yet.
And would you need, is that something that would be necessary for you to grow, or is?
No, it's just something that I prefer. I want to have things that I know are not going to injure anybody. Yes?
A lot of your products, do you make it here locally, or do you outsource anything?
I do not outsource anything. Every single product is made by me, and every single actual recipe is made by me as well. So there is no other product that is similar to mine. Every single thing I have studied, and I know exactly what oils I'm putting in there. Yes?
How many employees do you have?
5.
That was my question.
Okay.
What's the
Yes.
breakdown of those 5 employees? So like service providers, client care?
Okay, so we have we have 2 therapists, 1 receptionist. I have 1 girl that helps me with like the product production, and then I have somebody else that helps me with maintaining the business. Yes?
Is it true that the majority of soaps and lotions that they sell over the counter are made from grease for food?
You have to be careful because there are a lot of products that we don't even understand the ingredients on there, but there are a lot of people that use the soap that use animal fat in there. There's nothing wrong with it if that's what you want to use. It's actually it's good for your skin whether you believe it or not, but I prefer to use plant-based ingredients. Any other questions?
Any other questions? Going once, going twice. Okay, what can we as a community do to help you?
Okay, so there's so many ways that you can help me, and it doesn't even involve money. Sometimes even just following me on social media, sharing my posts, liking my posts. As business owners, I also create products that are labeled with your business name. So let's say that you want to give handouts, whether it's for like a birthday party or for a networking event, I can use your business logo to tag my soaps, and you can hand them out as yours. You can also just buy a soap and continue to help. You're not just helping an entrepreneur here build her dreams, but you're also helping a single mother. You're also helping 5 women who are all working towards living every day. And so when you buy a soap, it's not just like the $5 that you're investing in the soap, it's what you're investing in the company. I have great people working for me, and if you ever meet any of my staff, you're gonna know that they're nothing but extremely nice. You have a great quality product, and you're building up more than just a dream. So if you follow me on social media, I would really appreciate that. Sometimes just to follow, just to know that people are supporting me in that sense, like that helps us a lot. If you share my post to the people that you know, that is even a greater impact than you actually know, because it's going viral and more people are hearing about me. So even if you're not interested in my soap, somebody that you know might be interested.
Okay, wonderful, thank you. Okay, another great presentation. We just have a couple more things. We have to give away our mug, our party gift here. So let's see. That's why you all should drop in your business cards. Alan Diana from Northwestern. Alan, where are you? All right. Oh. All right, well there you go. Now, okay, please make sure you signed in on the way. If you didn't sign in on the way in, please sign in on the way out. It is very, very important that we track our attendance. Thank you all for supporting us. Please sign up to present. We are looking for presenters. I see some of you out there that need to present, and tell your friends and family. Come back and see us next week. Thank you.